In the Fill tab of Object Properties, you will find all the stitch types that can be applied as fills. Remember, you have to have something selected before Object Properties will display the different types of fills. If I select an object and select None, that will remove the fill from that selected object. There are two types of stitched fills, an applique fill and a net fill. Filled satin and step fills cannot be created in DesignWorks, but you may find them in embroidery designs that you import. Embroidery designs that are imported into the software cannot be edited in the same way as objects that you create within the software, or when you use the built-in draw files that are part of the software. Applique will place a placement line, a tack down, and a cover stitch around the object. Net fill has stitch lines that cross in two directions. The running stitches are all parallel. Painted fills consist of painted fill, row fill, and zigzag fill. A fill painted design is the default type of painted fill and is characterized by lines that move back and forth in straight lines across an object, but travel down the edge of the object before traveling back across. A row fill painted designs will also move back and forth across the object, but the lines are much more textured and irregular. A zigzag fill will paint across an object as well, but the lines that connect across the object connect 2 points of the object rather than traveling down the edge of the object. So in a zigzag fill, it's going to paint across, back over, and across. With the regular paint fill, it will travel across, down the edge of the object, and then go back across. An enclosed object can also be filled with an array fill. The array fill is created from clip art files. The array fill can combine both elements of painting and stitching. With crystal fills, an object is filled with one size and one color of crystals. Paint net fill has painted lines across the object. Applique, net fill, and array fill are found in all of the DesignWorks modules. If an object does not have an outline around it, you will not be able to go to the Outline tab of Object Properties, and you must add an outline before going to the Outline tab. To do that, select the object and click in the upper left corner of a color chip, and then you'll be able to go to the Outline tab of Object Properties and change that added outline to any type of object that you want. If you click on a color in the Brushes palette, a painted outline will be added around the design. If you click on a color chip in the Threads palette, a stitched outline will be added. That is assuming that all three modules are activated in the software. If an object does not have a fill, you can add a fill to an enclosed object by clicking on the lower right corner of a color chip, either in the Brushes palette or in the Threads palette. If you click on a color in the Brushes palette, a painted fill will be added. If you click on a color in the Threads palette, an applique fill will be added if all the modules are activated in the software.